Hello everyone, today we want to talk about top 10 Julia Roberts movies. Number 10. Still Magnolias, 1989. Director Herbert Ross. Stars Shirley MacLaine, Olympia Dukakis, Sally Field. A young beautician newly arrived in a small Louisiana town finds work at the local salon, where a small group of women share a close bond of friendship and welcome her into the fold. With Julia Roberts, the superstar she is today, it's an excellent time to enjoy the film that contains one of her best performances. IMDb 7.3, Metascore 56, Rotten Tomatoes 79.
I'm going to have a baby, and I wish you'd be happy.
Number 9. August, Osage County, 2013. Director John Wells. Stars Meryl Streep, Juliette Lewis, Ewan McGregor. A look at the lives of the strong-willed women of the Weston family, whose paths have diverged until a family crisis brings them back to the Oklahoma house they grew up in and to the dysfunctional women who raised them. There are some stupendous performances here, Meryl Streep in particular, but Roberts is outstanding too amongst a superb ensemble cast. IMDb 7.2, Metascore 58, Rotten Tomatoes 66.
In fact, they are.
What's wrong with India?
Why can't you just call people what they want to be called?
Number 8. Charlie Wilson's War, 2007. Director Mike Nichols. Stars Philip Seymour Hoffman, Amy Adams, Tom Hanks. A drama based on a Texas congressman Charlie Wilson's covert dealings in Afghanistan, where his efforts to assist rebels in their war with the Soviets have some unforeseen and long-reaching effects. Charlie Wilson's War is an excellent example of how films should be made. IMDb 7, Metascore 67, Rotten Tomatoes 78.
If this were a real war, Congress would authorize $24 million for covert operations the way you did in Nicaragua.
Number 7. Closer, 2004. Director Mike Nichols. Stars Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Clive Owen. The relationships of two couples become complicated and deceitful when the man from one couple meets the woman of the other. The actors do a terrific job in their sweet, cold-hearted, backstabbing, cruel roles. Overall, Closer is a very smart and well-made film. IMDb 7.2, Metascore 65, Rotten Tomatoes 75.
How do you know?
Believe me, she was a woman. I got a huge... She wasn't, was she?
Number 6. Notting Hill, 1999. Director Roger Michell. Stars Hugh Grant, Richard McCabe, Rhys Ifans. The life of a simple bookshop owner changes when he meets the most famous film star in the world. The setting, the characters, the writing, absolutely everything in this movie is done to such a high standard. Julia and Hugh are inseparable in this classic masterpiece. IMDb 7.2, Metascore 68, Rotten Tomatoes 82.
Let me.
Get your hands off!
I'm really sorry.
Number 5. Pretty Woman, 1990. Director Gary Marshall. Stars Richard Gere, Jason Alexander, Laura San Giacomo. A man in a legal but hurtful business needs an escort for some social events and hires a beautiful prostitute he meets, only to fall in love. If you have never seen it, just watch it. I will not get into detail because if you are in a bad mood, it will do nothing less than put a huge smile on your face, just like Julia Roberts. Do yourself a favor and watch it. IMDb 7.1, Metascore 51, Rotten Tomatoes 67.
You must be really smart, huh? I only got through 11th grade.
Number 4. Ocean's 11, 2001. Director Steven Soderbergh. Stars George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. Danny Ocean and his 10 accomplices plan to rob 3 Las Vegas casinos simultaneously. The performances are just so sleek that you have to like the bad guys. Julia Roberts has one of the greatest appearances I have seen in a long time. Every part she is in, she just lights up the screen, and you can't take your eyes off her. IMDb 7.7, Metascore 74, Rotten Tomatoes 82.
You know what your problem is?
I only have one.
You've met too many people like you.
Number 3, Homecoming, 2018. Directors are Mika Bloomberg and Eli Horowitz. Stars Stephen James, Babikana Whale, Hong Chow. An anthology series centered around the mysterious Yeast Group, an unconventional wellness company, and their equally unorthodox program, the Homecoming Initiative. Perfectly paced series, excellent acting, directing, and very good writing. The cast is close to perfection in my opinion. The cinematography is top quality. I was just amused by the whole product. This is a rare gem. I am happy that I found this. IMDb 7.4, Rotten Tomatoes 72.
You're worried?
Aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Number 2, Wonder, 2017. Director Stephen Chbosky. Stars Jacob Tremblay, Owen Wilson, Isabella Vidovich. Based on the New York Times bestseller, this movie tells the incredibly inspiring and heartwarming story of August Pullman, a boy with facial differences who enters the 5th grade, attending a mainstream elementary school for the first time. It's an emotional, funny, and uplifting story. I was fully sympathized with August Pullman. IMDb 7.9, Metascore 66, Rotten Tomatoes 87.
You just have to be the bigger person, right?
Right.
Right.
Before we talk about number 1, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Number 1, Erin Brockovich, 2000. Director Steven Soderbergh. Stars Albert Finney, Peter Coyote, Aaron Eckhart. An unemployed single mother becomes a legal assistant and almost single-handedly brings down a California power company accused of polluting a city's water supply. The film has a strong script and has been edited perfectly. But above all, the person who has taken this film to a different league is none other than Julia Roberts. In this film, she has not only given an outstanding performance, but expanded the boundary of what is possible. IMDb 7.4, Metascore 73, Rotten Tomatoes 83.
Or what you might expect someone to pay you for your uterus, Miss Sanchez. Then you take out your calculator and you multiply that number by 100.